You want to add a bit of seasoning? There's some pork seasoning here. Throw a bit of pork seasoning in.
Meat with a color that I would at least describe as concerning, onion chunks bigger than my hopes for the future, and enough seasoning for an entire cow. This is a good recipe. Not for a burger, but for a good, bad YouTube cooking video. Hell yeah. Welcome! As you can probably tell, this is a bit of a different video. So over the past few days, I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos about bad cooking, and I thought, hey, this looks fun and just a little bit bad for the mental health. Why not try something like this myself? So yeah, please let me know if you enjoy this type of video, and trust me, I have found an absolute gem of a bad cooking video. Without any further ado, let's go! Like and subscribe!
First thing you need is a pack of this stuff. It's beef and pork mince.
So right off the bat I'm noticing a couple things. First of all, we can only hear our protagonist on the left ear, which if I had to live with this, so do you. Sorry. Second of all, what is this glass bowl doing in what I'm assuming is the grill? That doesn't seem, safe. And lastly, the color of the meat doesn't look too appetizing, though that might be because of the poor video quality. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, you can probably get a few burgers out of that.
Spoiler alert, he's getting exactly one burger out of that, and yes, it's gonna be a big boy. Also, with some light shining on it, the color of the meat definitely looks less bad than before, still kinda grey, but honestly, probably edible.
Half a teaspoon of olive oil.
Okay, but why exactly do you feel the need to add olive oil to the patty? I mean, he says it's for the consistency and to be able to form the patty easier, I think, but you should be able to form a patty regardless, right?
Peel an onion.
Are you sure that this is the best surface to cut an onion on? I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but I wouldn't encourage it either.
Once you've got out the skin off your onion.
Yes, a fantastic omen for what is to come. I mean, what could go wrong, right?
Then you need to split it.
Yeah, bullocks indeed, my man. I mean, who could have seen that coming with a surface that stable and a knife that sharp? Yes, because the brick is gonna make it so much better.
So just part your onion to peel it.
Our hero then decides to abandon the idea of cutting the onion and instead just tearing it apart, which, given the sharpness of his knife and his inability to find a flat surface, is probably for the better.
Then just sprinkle your onion on your mince.
Yeah, so the act of putting onions inside the patty, in my opinion, pretty debatable. I don't like it, but I'm pretty sure there's people who have pretty strong opinions about this. But I feel like even if you do put an onion in there, at least make the pieces small. Like, I'm not trying to bite into a burger and then have the onion surprise of the century waiting in my patty. Psst, hey, I feel like this is a great time to tell you that I have a Twitch channel. I'll be making a bit of a comeback on January 26th, and we'll be playing the newly released Tekken 8, which I'm an absolute noob at, so if you want to see me get stomped, drop by. The stream will start at 3 PM Eastern, which is 9 PM CET, my time zone. And a certain someone who absolutely doesn't know how to sing will be singing a JoJo opening once we hit 250 followers, so hey, drop by, it'll be fun.
You want to add a bit of seasoning? There's some pork seasoning here.
Yes, a little bit of seasoning, he says as he proceeds to dump a whole garden worth of herbs in there. Though to his credit, at least he uses seasoning. That's something a lot of bad YouTube cooks fail at.
And it just molds nicely between both hands. And there you have it.
Now you have it? Now we have what? At this point I'm convinced this guy isn't even trying to make a burger. This is looking more like a big-ass meatball.
To kick a barbecue off to get it lit, it's not an easy task.
Mark his words as this is gonna be a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy right here.
I use petrol, which is not a good idea.
What in the firebender am I looking at? Is this guy trying to grill the burger or is this guy trying to grill his thumb?
A bit of deodorant.
There are so many ways of lighting up a grill. And if using deodorant is the first one that comes to your mind, then you probably shouldn't be piloting a grill for your own safety and the safety of the people around you. Oh yeah, no, I love me some fine smoky deodorant flavor in my meat. The aroma it gives is just so fresh. I mean, who needs applewood if you could just spray some cheap coals with deodorant?
Oh. Very effective.
Very effective, the British wizard remarks after casting a fireball that is mighty enough to melt the iceberg that sunk the Titanic, while also definitely not burning his whole hand. So after almost making a human burger by grilling his hand, he sticks it right back in there trying to light up another flame. First of all, why would you have to light up another flame if the first one was so effective? And second of all, at this point I would have to ask him if he is familiar with the definition of insanity. Also, just look at the way he pulls back his hand immediately after igniting the lighter for the second time, almost as if he knows that it's a bad idea. Why are you doing it then?
Looks good enough to eat. Been a fantastic barbecue.
Yeah, no, looks good enough to eat is definitely one way to put it. You know, I would say that it looks more like an egg that contains something capable of destroying the entire human race. You know, think the Chimera ants from Hunter x Hunter or Majin Buu from Dragon Ball. But yeah, no, good enough to eat is also quite, fitting. Now, some of you may be wondering, how does the story of our protagonist, the fire-wielding wizard from Great Britain, come to an end? What does the burger look like once it's assembled? And will the wizard be able to best all the villains that await on his journey? And to these questions, I can say I don't know because the video ends with this shot. So what do you think of this, experiment the wizard was conducting? It's also really important for me to mention that this video is not meant to harass this person, it's just meant to be a silly, goofy, funny little video, so please also do not go to his channel and leave mean comments or anything like that. So thank you for sticking around to the very end of this video. Please leave a like, comment what are your favorite toppings to put on a burger, subscribe, and most importantly, have a nice day.